What's up, guys? We are back with a full slate of MLB action here on Monday, July 7th. We're going to give out plays on every MLB game on the slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock, my pick that regardless of price, I think has the highest chance of cashing today. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day to see if there are any changes with injury news coming out and starters being confirmed. Sunday, guys, not quite a terrible Sunday. We've had terrible Sundays in the past, although last Sunday we went 6-0. This Sunday we go 3-3. We had the Phillies at -1.5. That was a 3-1 win. We cover thanks to a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Wheeler went absolutely nuts, completing a complete game one-hitter there. Very impressive stuff from him. We had the White Sox at -115. That was kind of a tough 6-4 loss. Somehow the White Sox couldn't come up with anything against a terrible Rockies bullpen. I guess that's what we deserve for taking such a terrible team, but still a little bit annoying there. We also had the Diamondbacks at -135. That was a 4-0 loss. Arizona somehow getting shut out. Lorenzen has his best start of the season basically, and the Diamondbacks get, completely dominated there at the plate. So that was annoying. But we bounced back. We had the Cubs at -115. That was the easiest win of the day, guys. They win that one 11-0. So we'll cash that +110 ticket, no problem. Boyd with another great outing against St. Louis, and Chicago's bats continue to be some of the best in all of Major League Baseball. We had the Marlins at +105 as our dog of the day. That was a tough 3-1 loss. Cabrera did great out there over 7 solid innings, but Woodruff was great over his 6 innings as well, and somehow the Milwaukee bullpen really held up in that game. A big mistake from us was not taking the Astros there as our dog of the day yesterday, because that was the other option. We were going to either take the Astros or we were going to take the Marlins, and we take the Astros, and they would have won that game 5-1. So that's annoying, but our lock of the day did come through for us. We had the Tigers at -210. In Skubal we trust. A 7-2 win in extra innings, putting up a 6th spot in the 10th inning after scoring 1 in the 9th is pretty wild stuff there from Detroit. Skubal, excellent again, guys. 10 strikeouts, allowed 0 runs over his 7 innings. Detroit just couldn't come with any offense when they needed to, but until the very, very end of the game, obviously. But a 3-3 day on a Sunday, we're not going to really complain about that too much. We've got a nice little 10-game slate here on Monday, guys, and we've got a giveaway to do, so stay tuned. We'll be doing that giveaway here in just a bit, but right now we're going to hop into our first game of the day. We've got the Tampa Bay Rays going on the road to take on the Detroit Tigers. The Rays come into this game fresh off a much-needed 7-5 win there in Game 3 of that series against the Twins. They lost each of the first 2 games. They're now 3 games back of the Toronto Blue Jays there in the AL East, so we'll see how that race goes. They're going to hand the ball here to Shane Baz. This young guy's been very good this year, 8-3, a 4.33 ERA. I'm not going to say he's been lights out, but he's generally been really good, and I mean I would say 3 out of his last 4 starts at least have been excellent. His last time on the mound, 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, and struck out 11 against the Athletics, but the Rays eventually lose that game 4-3 in extras. So we'll see how he does here against Detroit. He faced them not too long ago on the 20th, and it didn't go great back on June 20th. 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. It was eventually a 14-8 win, but Baz was not great in that game. So something to keep tabs on there in terms of the bullpen situation for Tampa Bay this season. Overall, it has not been bad. That has not been a big problem for this team. Right now, they've had a few bumps in the road. They're up to a 3.84 bullpen ERA, but generally the bullpen's been much better than that. So I'm not too worried about the bullpen, although doubt is starting to creep in a little bit. Offensively, they're in a bit of a slump. They've scored 7, 5, 3, 5, 3, 4, and 1 over their last few games. This team has been, I think, overachieving a little bit at the plate. They were all the way up to like 5th or 6th in the majors in runs scored. They're currently 7th. They're 3rd in batting average, batting .260 as a team. They're 11th in on-base percentage. Like, they've got some decent bats out there. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this is a terrible offense, but is it like a top 5 offense? That seems like a slight stretch. They're going to be taking on a Tigers team that's won their last 3 in a row. They completed that sweep there, the Guardians. They'll hand the ball in this one to Jack Flaherty, who's 5-9 on the year, a 4.84 ERA. His last start, not great. And honestly, I would say his last 4 starts have not been amazing. All 4 of them have been losses for the Tigers. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs against Washington. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs against the Athletics. 2 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 8 earned runs at Tampa Bay. His last time against the Tampa Bay Rays. So yeah, we're a little bit worried about him on the mound. The Tigers bullpen has also been really good this year, but has also had some problems recently. A 3.74 bullpen ERA right now. The offense 7, 1, 2, 7, 4, and 11 over their last few games. This is a pretty good team at the plate, honestly. I mean, they're 5th in runs scored and 10th in on-base percentage. Riley Green's having a good year, and they've just found a way to put up runs, although they're not swinging the hottest bats coming into this game. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Rays are minus 130. The Tigers are plus 110. We've got a total of 9 out there. Tampa Bay is 21-16 on the road, 20-17 to the under on the road. Detroit is 30-14 at home, 24-17-3 to the under at home. Guys, I think we're going to lean just a little bit here towards the Tampa Bay Rays at minus 130. Flaherty's been bad here recently. Baz has good history against the... Baz's history against the Tigers doesn't exactly, get me going. Neither one of these guys has good history against their opponent, so I am slightly going to lean towards the Rays here. I don't fully trust Flaherty, and I don't fully trust Baz, so this one's not going in the pinned comment. You could even talk me into over 9 theoretically, but overs on a Monday seems a bit sketch, so a slight lean towards the Rays, but not a game where I'm showing tons of value. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Colorado Rockies going on the road to take on the Boston Red Sox. Now, the Rockies come into this game fresh off of a 6-4 win over the White Sox, but over the course of the year, 21-69 on the season, they're the worst team in the majors. It's not super debatable. They'll hand the ball in this game to Austin Gomber, who's 0-1 this year, a 5.49 ERA. His last time out, he did give up 8 hits over his 5 innings, but only 2 earned runs against the Astros. That was in a 5-3 loss, so make of that what you will. I would say he's thrown the ball okay in 3 out of his 4 starts this year. He did get shelled by Arizona, so we'll see how he fares against the Red Sox, but not necessarily somebody I have tons of faith in, but he's not the worst guy you could possibly put on the mound, and getting to pitch away from Coors Field, I'm sure feels nice. The Rockies bullpen, no major shock here, is terrible. 5th worst in the majors, a 4.59 bullpen ERA is a pretty big yikes. The offense is similarly bad. I mean, 6, 3, 2, 7, 3, and 5 runs over their last few games is a big step in the right direction for a team that's 26th in the majors in offense, in runs scored, 25th in batting average, and dead last in on-base percentage. So not a team that I'm super high on. I don't think anybody's going to be super shocked to hear that. They're taking on the Red Sox here, who are 46-45 on the year. They did just sweep the Nationals, so well played there, Red Sox. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Richard Fitz. Great name, but guy's not having such a great season. He's 0-3, a 4.50 ERA. I will say his last couple of times on the mound have looked a bit better. Maybe. I mean, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs against the Angels. Not great. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run against Cincinnati. Once again, not amazing. So we'll see what he can do out there in this one. The Boston bullpen's a great bullpen to have backing you up if you're a kind of sucky starter. So at least that's something positive for him. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the pitching situation for Boston today. The offense is, sailing along again. 6, 10, 11, 4, 5, and 13 over their last few games. Maybe this team's going to be absolutely fine after that big trade, guys. They're 6th in runs scored. They're 8th in batting average, batting .254 as a team. They're also 8th in on-base percentage. Turns out the Red Sox seem like they're going to be just fine there offensively. So looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the Rockies are plus 190. The Red Sox are minus 240. We've got a total of 9.5 out there. Colorado's 11-33 on the road. They are 28-15-1 to the under on the road. Boston, 25-20 at home, 24-19-2 to the under at home. Given these crazy trends and a total of 9.5 here, maybe you could lean towards the under. I'm not super interested in that, although this is a Monday slate, guys, so that's a potential spot that might be worth something. In terms of a side, I think I have to go with the Red Sox here just slightly, but I don't love it, and at that massive price tag, I definitely don't love it nearly enough to make it the lock of the day. Hey guys, hopping in here with another quick shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks, with NFL and college football coming up before you know it. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row and is off to a fantastic first half of the 2025 season. But better than that, guys, our premium capper for MLB over to Stump the Spread, which is not me, it's a guy with many more years of experience covering MLB, is on one incredible heater to start off July. He's a monster. He used some very sophisticated tools and algorithms to make his predictions, taking a crazy amount of data points into consideration, and that research is paying off big time. I'm going to have every pick he's made up on the screen here, through the first 6 days of July. Yesterday, he went 3-1, cashing Detroit as a 2-unit play, the Cubs as a 4-unit play. He did lose there on the Houston Dodgers over, but that was only a 1-unit play. He also cashed a 1-unit play on the Phillies at -1.5. So another great day from him. You can see how insanely hot he's been over the course of July. 3-0 on the first, 2-1 on the second, 3-0 on the third. Like, just grinding out win after win after win. He's 24-7 over his last 31 picks, guys. It's been an absolutely sick run, so definitely consider clicking that link down in the description to get over to stumpthespread.com, get on the free, check out the premium picks first of all, guys. That is definitely worth a look right now, I'll tell you what. But also, there's other free stuff over there for you. There's free picks that are only posted there at Stump the Spread. There's our free to use bet size calculator, and you got to get over there to get on the free email list, guys. It's free information straight to your inbox every single day. At least one free pick in there, sometimes two free pick parlays, information on niche sports betting like golf, NASCAR, tennis, all kinds of stuff like that. And it's absolutely free to sign up for. All we need is your name and your email address. That's it, and you'll get one email per day. And if you're not getting it, check your spam folder. That can happen every so often. But definitely get over there, check out everything we offer at stumpthespread.com. Also, if you're a huge fan of what we're doing here every single day, you can sign up for a channel membership by clicking that little join button right below the video. Channel members get early access to all of our videos. They get their name up on screen in every video, but more importantly, they get access to our members-only giveaways. And you're about to see how those members-only giveaways work right now. Right here, guys, we've got a giant wheel with the name of every single channel member on this YouTube channel of Stump the Spread's YouTube channel right here on this wheel, and we're going to spin it, and whoever this lands on is going to get the win. So we're going to go ahead and click this button. The winner of this spin gets a free Stump the Spread hoodie mailed straight to their mailbox, guys, and it looks like it's going to be Frank Eskridge. Frank Eskridge, let me know down in the comments that you won the giveaway. You see that you won it, and we will get your information. We'll have you email stumpthespread.com with your information. We'll get that all figured out, buddy. Just let me know down in the comments that you won the giveaway. And guys, if you want to be part of this giveaway here in 7 days, on the 14th, we'll do another giveaway, and we will be giving away another Stump the Spread hoodie. So become a channel member by clicking that little join button right below the video, and you can get in on this action too. But guys, let's go ahead and dive back into this video. We've got plenty more games still to cover, and next up we're going to be looking at the Miami Marlins going on the road to take on the Cincinnati Reds. The Marlins come into this game, guys, fresh off a tough 3-1 loss there yesterday against Milwaukee. They're 40-48 on the year, but they've been playing some better ball here down the stretch, no doubt about that. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Jason Junk. He comes into this game fresh off of a pretty decent outing there against the Twins. I mean, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Not too bad at all. He's had one bump in the road since they transitioned him over to a starter. This is going to be his 4th straight start, and he did have a bad time at San Francisco, but other than that, he's looked very, very good on the mound as a starting pitcher. So we'll see if that can continue for him. Obviously, the Marlins bullpen has been amazing, but maybe some signs of life in the right direction. A 4.21 bullpen ERA right now at time of recording. Now, the offense coming up with only 1 run yesterday was a pretty big disappointment. They scored 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, and 2 over their last few. So I guess maybe I shouldn't be that shocked. This has not been an amazing offense this year. They're 22nd in runs scored. They are top 10 in batting average, batting .252 as a team. They're 19th in on-base percentage, getting on base at a .314 clip. But, not really the scariest lineup, but they've got some guys. So we'll see what they can do here, on the road against Cincinnati Reds, who come into this game 46-44 on the year. They have just lost 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, but hey, we'll take that. We were on the Phillies yesterday, so slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Phillies. Now, the Reds are going to hand the ball in this game to Brady Singer. He's 7-6 on the year, a 4.36 ERA. His last start did not go great, and honestly, his last couple have been pretty problematic. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs against Boston in a 5-3 loss. 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs in a 7-1 loss against the Yankees. So we'll see if he can get back on track here. He was looking really good there for a bit. We'll see. Has he faced the Marlins yet this year? Yes, he did. He faced Miami back in late April. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs in a 5-2 win. It looks great, but that's been a while. So we'll see if he can back that up. We'll see what kind of backup he gets here. The Reds' bullpen's been pretty bad over the last, I would say, 10 to 15 games at least. A 4.11 bullpen ERA is not the standard that this team had set for itself in the early goings. It looked like they were going to have a really good bullpen, and now not really looking that way. So we'll see what they can do here at the plate. They've scored 1, 1, 9, 8, 3-6 over their last few games. This is kind of a hot or cold style offense, guys. Elly De La Cruz doing his thing out there, having a very, very nice season. The Reds are 9th in runs scored, but they're 18th in batting average, 16th in slugging percentage. I would say hovering around MLB average is more the reality for this team. They've had a couple massive outlier offensive days. They put up, 22 or 24 or something like that against the Orioles, for instance. So, yeah, their run scored numbers are a bit inflated, but overall, I think this is a decent offense. I just don't think they're quite top 10. So, looking at the numbers here, the Marlins are plus 118. The Reds are minus 136. We've got a total of 9 out there. The Marlins are 20-21 on the road. They are 24-17 to the under on the road. Cincinnati, 24-19 at home, 24-16-3 to the under at home. Despite both teams showing trends towards the under here, I kind of lean more towards the over with the way these two pitchers have been throwing the ball. It's been a little bit brutal recently, so looking at the side in this game, I'm going to lean just slightly towards the Reds at home to snap out of this funk here against Jason Junk, but or Jansen Junk. I keep saying Jason. It's Jansen. I know it's Jansen. We'll see, but it's a slight lean towards the Reds for me. Cruising along here, guys. We're looking at the Los Angeles Dodgers going on the road to take on the Milwaukee Brewers. The Dodgers just got swept in a 3-game series there against the Astros. Not a great look, but they're having their share of problems right now, guys. No doubt about it. They are 56-35 in the year, so they're going to be fine. But they're hitting the ball in this one to Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who's 8-6 this season, a 2.51 ERA. His last start was against the White Sox, and he was very, very good. Start with that was against the Rockies, and he was very, very good. That makes sense when you're pitching against those two teams, but struggled a bit against the Padres the start before that. We'll see. We'll see which version of him we get. We've seen him be really good this year. We've also seen him struggle. We'll see what he does here against the Brewers. Not a team he's faced this year. I don't think that's going to be a major shock to anyone, but we'll see what he looks like in this matchup. We'll see. Now, the Dodgers bullpen, a huge problem. A 4.46 bullpen ERA, currently the 7th worst bullpen in the majors by bullpen ERA. For a team that's worth, that's got about $1 billion payroll, that is not a great look. They're going to have to do something to address that at some point this year. The Dodgers offense also nowhere to be found in that series against Houston. 1, 4, and 1 run scored respectively over that series. Not like they were hitting the cover off the ball before that. They're still first in runs scored, second in on-base percentage, second in batting average, batting .260 as a team. This is clearly the most potent offense in the majors, but just not swinging the hottest bats right now. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Brewers, who are 50-40 on the year. They just won 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. They're going to hit the ball in this game to Freddie Peralta, who's 9-4 this season, a 2.91 ERA. His last start was against the Mets, 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Not a bad look at all, especially in a 7-2 win. Over his last 5 starts, he's looked very good in all of them. The Brewers are 4-1 over that span, so great stuff there. We'll see what he can do against the Dodgers. Obviously not the easiest team to face here, but I'm expecting generally good stuff here from Freddie Peralta. The bullpen for the Brewers is actually showing some signs of improvement, down to a 4.08 bullpen ERA. Obviously, that's not a great number, but it's a number that's headed in the right direction, and that's all you can ask for is that they're showing some signs of improvement. Now, the offense, I'm worried about the offense, guys. 3-2, 6-2, 3-7 over their last few games is not great, and especially you're about to go up against a pretty good pitcher. They are 8th in the majors in runs scored, 16th in batting average, 13th in on-base percentage, so fine, but I wouldn't say incredible numbers. So looking at the numbers for this game, the Dodgers are minus 140, the Brewers are plus 122 at home. The Dodgers are only 21-18 on the road, basically a 500 over-under team on the road. Milwaukee 27-17 at home, a very good home team, 27-16-1 to the under at home. You could talk me into under 7.5 under the impression that Peralta is going to have a good day, Yamamoto is going to have a good day, and the Dodgers are going to continue to struggle at the plate. So I think under 7.5 is actually in play here. In terms of the side, I'm leaning towards the Brewers here at plus 122, a good amount. I think there's a decent chance Milwaukee could be our dog of the day here. It's a short slate, so we got to find one, and there are plenty to choose from. So I'm not saying it's a lock that this is going to be the dog of the day, but it definitely goes on the list. Next on the docket, we've got the Pittsburgh Pirates going on the road to take on the Kansas City Royals. The Pirates come into this game losers of 3 straight there against the Mariners, and they didn't score a run in that entire series, so that's pretty embarrassing. They're looking for a big bounce back here as they hand the ball to Andrew Heaney, who's 4-7 this season, a 4.16 ERA. His last time on the mound, he was dominant against the Cardinals, 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed, struck out 7 and walked 1 in a 7-0 win. A huge bounce back for him after getting shelled 2 games in a row. So we'll see what he looks like here against the Royals. Definitely one of the easier teams you could face in the MLB. I'm expecting generally good stuff from Heaney. The Pirates bullpen's gotten better and better this year, down to a 3.66 bullpen ERA. pretty impressive stuff there. The offense, though, obviously getting shut out 3 straight games, couldn't hardly be any colder. Over the course of the year, they're 29th in runs scored. They are 26th in batting average and last in slugging percentage. I'm not in love with the Pirates offense, obviously, and I don't know why anyone would be. So we'll see if they can come with something here at the plate against the Royals, who come into this game fresh off of winning 2 out of 3 against the Diamondbacks, which has to feel good. But at 43 and 48 on the year, they've got a lot of work to do in the second half of the season. They'll hand the ball in this game to Noah Cameron. This young 25-year-old's had some really good stuff in general this season. He's only 2-4, but a 2.56 ERA doesn't look bad at all. His last time out, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed there against the Mariners. Now, something to note. The Royals are 0-5 over his last 5 starts. That's not a great look. I would say at least 3 of those starts he was very good, though, and we'll see what he looks like here going up against a pretty weak hitting Pirates team. I think he's going to be good. We'll wait and see, but I'm going to be pretty surprised if Noah Cameron has a bad day. I'll be very surprised if the Royals bullpen has a bad day. A 3.54 bullpen ERA is very solid stuff. Now, the offense for the Royals is always going to be a huge concern. They scored 4, 1, 9, 3, and 2 runs over their last few games, which is honestly some pretty hot hitting for a team that's last in the majors in runs scored and 20th in batting average. So not a lot to love there, guys. Looking at the numbers for this game, the Pirates are plus 130. The Royals are minus 155. We've got a total of 8.5 out there. Pittsburgh 12 and 31 on the road. 26, 15, and 2 to the under on the road. The Royals are 20 and 24 at home. They are 28 and 16 to the under at home. So in terms of a side in this game, I'm going to lean slightly towards the Pirates getting points or getting, in the plus money here, because I just think this is going to be a pretty close, pretty low scoring game. But much better than that, guys. I think under 8.5 is a great play here. I'm surprised to see an 8.5 out there. I would have guessed there would be 8s, maybe even 7.5s given this pitching matchup. So definitely give me the under here. I think this is a very good play, and it's going straight to the pinned comment. Next up, we're looking at the Toronto Blue Jays going on the road to take on the Chicago White Sox. The Blue Jays are on a tear right now. They are up to 8 straight wins. They have a 3-game lead. Yeah, a 3-game lead still in the AL East. They just dominated the Yankees and then dominated the Angels. So they are killing it right now. They get to hand the ball to Jose Berrios. Not a terrible feeling. He's 4-3 on the season, a 3.64 ERA. Now, his last start was terrible. 4 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs against the Yankees. He got absolutely shelled there. But now he gets to go up against the White Sox, guys. The last time he faced the White Sox was on the 21st of June, so not too long ago. 7 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 unearned run, walked 3, struck out 5, and a 7-1 win. So I'm expecting really good stuff from Berrios in this game, and I don't think that's too crazy. A huge bounce back spot for him. He should be relatively well rested. I think he'll take advantage of that. The Toronto bullpen, a 3.62 bullpen ERA. The emergence of the bullpen has definitely been a big help this season for Toronto. It didn't start off great, but it's gotten much better. And the offense, 3, 4, and 4 runs there in that series against the Angels doesn't look amazing, but over the course of the year, they're all the way up to 12th in the majors in runs scored, 3rd in on-base percentage, and 4th in batting average. After a cold start, literally and figuratively up there in Toronto, they have lit on fire. So we'll see what they can do here against the White Sox, who are 30 and 60 on the year. They just won 2 out of 3 against the Rockies, but now things might be a little bit different. They're handing the ball here to Sean Burke. This young 25-year-old is 4-7 this season, a 4.03 ERA. He's actually been looking really good recently. Great start against the Dodgers, giving up only 1 earned run over 6 innings and 6 hits. He gave up 2 runs that were both unearned against the Diamondbacks over 5 innings, and then 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned against St. Louis. So his last 3 starts have looked pretty good. We'll see what he can do here against Toronto. A pretty tough hitting team at the moment. We'll see how it goes, but a pretty tough hitting team right now. Now, the bullpen for the White Sox is a problem, but improving. A 4.02 bullpen ERA, not nearly as bad as they were in the early goings. The offense, 4, 10, 3, 2, and 4 over their last few games. Kind of a hot hitting streak for a team that's one of the worst offenses in baseball. They are 28th in the majors in runs scored. They are dead last in batting average, batting .222 as a team. It's not a great look right now for the White Sox at the plate. But other than that, things are maybe looking a bit better. But looking at the numbers here, the odds makers aren't being fooled. The Blue Jays are minus 190. The White Sox are plus 160. We've got a total of 8.5. Toronto is 20-22 on the road. They're a 500 over-under team on the road. The White Sox are 19-24 at home, 23-17-3 to the over at home. Guys, the Blue Jays don't seem like they're slowing down anytime soon to me. I definitely like Toronto here at -190 as a potential lock of the day. They've just been too good. Barrios on the mound in a bounce back spot against a team that he was great against here recently, right after he sucked against the Yankees. I think he's going to have a great game, and the bullpen's really good. So definitely give me the Blue Jays here at -190, even though I am a little bit worried about Sean Burke having a good day. Next up, guys, we've got the Cleveland Guardians going on the road to take on the Houston Astros. The Guardians are in an absolute free fall, guys. They've lost their last 10 games. They just got dominated by Scooball yesterday and then blew the game late. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Tanner Bybee, who's 4-9, a 4.20 ERA. His last start, he really struggled against the Cubs. Had an okay start against Toronto, but struggled before that against the Athletics. Just not having a very good time here recently. We'll see what he can do against the Astros. 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs is what he did against Houston the last time he faced them back in early June, and we did see Cleveland get the win in that one. So we'll see if he can back it up here. The Cleveland bullpen, a 3.90 bullpen ERA. It's been having a little bit of a rough time recently, and the offense has just been abysmal. About as bad as it can get. 2-0-1-0. 4-2-0-6-0 and 0 over this losing streak. It's been rough, guys. It's been really, really rough. They're 27th in the majors in runs scored. They're 29th in on-base percentage. This team has taken a massive step back from last season. So we'll see if they can come up with anything here on the road against the Astros, who are 55-35 on the year, just swept the Dodgers, so I'm sure they're riding high. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Hunter Brown. Yeah, he's not this 26-year-old, 9-3 on the year, a 1.82 ERA. He's been looking like a monster. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, and a 5-3 win against Colorado his last time out. Over his last 5 starts, the Astros are 5-0. His last time facing Cleveland was back in early June. 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run in that game. And he didn't even have control in that game. It was a terrible game for him. 5 walks, 9 strikeouts still. So I'm expecting a great bounce back here from Hunter Brown. The Astros bullpen's one of the best in the majors. A 3.22 bullpen ERA there. And the offense figuring things out as well, guys. 5, 6, 18, 6, 5, and 6 over their last several games. They're up to 16th in the majors in runs scored, 7th in on-base percentage. They're actually 1st in the majors, batting .261 as a team. This squad can actually swing it a little bit. Not crazy power numbers necessarily, but that number's getting better as well. So loving what we're seeing from the Astros at the plate. And looking at the numbers for this game, I'm a little bit surprised. Cleveland +135, Houston -160. We've got a total of 7.5. Cleveland 20-25 on the road, 24-17-4 to the under on the road. Houston 32-14 at home, 27-18-1 to the under at home. Guys, I have no problem taking under 7.5 in this game. I think there's some value to be had there, but better than that, I'll just take the Astros at -160. It's a little bit expensive. I don't trust their offense quite enough in this specific matchup to take them -1.5, but I'll pick up a -160 here and there along the way when it looks good, and I think this is definitely a spot where it looks good. Next up, guys, we've got the Texas Rangers going on the road to take on the Los Angeles Angels. Now, the Rangers come into this game fresh off of losing 2 out of 3 there against the Padres. They're a couple games below 500 here as they hand the ball to Jacob deGrom, who's been amazing this season. 9-2, a 2.13 ERA. His last start, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against Baltimore, and what was eventually a 10-2 win. The Rangers are 5-0 over his last 5 starts. Very, very good stuff there. We'll see what he can do against the Angels. Not a team he's faced yet this season, but I'm not expecting him to have too much trouble. His stuff is still incredible. The Rangers bullpen is also great. Top 5 in the majors, a 3.33 bullpen ERA. The problem for this team all year long has been their lack of offense. They've scored 1, 7, 2, 6, 10, 6, and 4 over their last few games. So honestly, hitting the ball a bit better, but they're still 25th in the majors in runs scored, 27th in batting average, 27th in on-base percentage. Just not a team you can really count on to put up a lot of offense. So we'll see what they can do here on the road against the Angels, who come into this game 43-46 on the season. They just got swept by the Blue Jays, so that's got to be a little bit devastating, especially considering all 3 of those were 1-run games. They'll hand the ball in this game to Yusei Kikuchi, who's 3-6 this year, a 2.81 ERA. His last start was pretty respectable, 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against Atlanta. But the Angels' terrible bullpen came into play in that game, and they lost 8-3. Start for that, he was dominant against Boston. Start for that, he was very respectable there against Houston. He's had a pretty good season overall, but you can't depend on the bullpen. That makes life a lot harder, and you can't really count on getting much run support. He faced the Rangers early in the season in mid-April and was great, so I'm expecting good stuff from Kikuchi here, but I'm expecting bad stuff from the Angels bullpen, which is the 4th worst bullpen in all of Major League Baseball. The offense has been all over the place, obviously coming off a pretty bad series there against Toronto, but they're currently 19th in runs scored, 28th in batting average, but 13th in slugging percentage. It's just a hard offense to figure out. I mean, Taylor Ward has done some good stuff this year, but we'll see if they can come up with much here against DeGrom. I tend to doubt it. So looking at the numbers for this game, the Rangers are minus 155. The Angels are plus 130. We've got a total of 7.5 out there. The Rangers are 18-26 on the road, 25-18-1 to the under on the road. The Rangers, are 25-18-1 to the under on the road. The Angels are a 500 team at home. They're actually a slight over team at home, but I don't think they're going to be an over team here against DeGrom, guys. So, I'll definitely take under 7.5. I think that's the value side on this game. I don't think we're going to see much offense. You could also do a no-run first inning on this game. I don't have a problem with that. I'll definitely also take the Rangers at minus 155. I would be lying if I said I thought that was going to make it to the pinned comment. I just don't love going against Kikuchi in this spot necessarily, but I will take the under here. I think the under is a pretty safe play with these two guys on the mound in these two mediocre offenses. Rounding into the home stretch here, guys, we're looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks going on the road to take on the San Diego Padres. The Diamondbacks have lost 4 out of their last 5. They're 44-46 on the year, not having the season they were supposed to. They'll hand the ball here to Zach Gallen, who's 6-9 this year, a 5.45 ERA. He is coming off a very good start against the Giants. I mean, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned, and striking out 10 in an 8-2 win. Looks great. But he sucked against the White Sox, sucked against the Rockies. You kind of get the theme here. This guy has not been great this season. We'll see what he can do against the Padres. I mean, the last time he faced them, 6 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs back in mid-June. That was an 8-7 win, but not all Zach Gallen's fault. Obviously, the Diamondbacks bullpen's been terrible. Bottom 3 in the majors all year long. That's not showing much signs of improvement, and the offense is starting to struggle, and that's a huge problem. That's the only reason this team wins games, and they've scored 0, 7, 3, 2, 5, 8, and 4 over their last few. That's not going to be enough to get the job done all the time. They're 4th in the majors in runs scored, but 11th in batting average, 4th in slugging percentage. They just have to be a little bit better than that at the plate if they want to find success. So we'll see what happens here against the Padres, who are 48-41 on the year. They just won 2 out of 3 against the Rangers, so good job there. They're going to hand the ball to Nick Pivetta, who's 9-2 on the season, a 3.25 ERA. He's fresh off a very good start against the Phillies. 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run allowed, walked 0, and struck out 6. So nice stuff there. The Padres are also 3-1 over his last 4 starts. And in that stretch, he had a dominant start against the Diamondbacks. 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs allowed, and struck out 9 in a 8-2 win. So definitely expecting very good stuff here from Nick Pivetta at home. In terms of the bullpen situation for the Padres, that's been good all year long. They're 3rd in the majors right now, a 3.25 bullpen ERA. The offense, I'm not going to say it's coming alive. I mean, 4, 4, 3, 1, and 6 over their last few games. This offense just isn't very good. They're 23rd in the majors in runs scored. They are 17th in the majors in batting average. Apparently, Darvish is expected to make his debut here on Monday, his season debut. We'll see how that goes. Is he going to start? That's very interesting news. I did not see that, and it's not what's listed right now, so we'll see what happens. I guess that's a possibility that he could make this start and then make another start for the All-Star break. So keep yourself posted on that. Right now, I'm under the impression that Nick Pivetta is going to start this game. That's what's being listed as far as I can tell. So keep your eye out for what's going to go on there with that Yu Darvish situation. But right now, it looks like the Diamondbacks are plus 115. The Padres are minus 135. We've got totals of 8.5 or 8. Arizona is a 500 road team, 22-18-2 to the over on the road. San Diego is 26-15 at home, 24-16-1 to the under at home. I'm not interested in the total in this game, but I'll definitely take the Padres here at minus 135 under the impression that Pivetta is going to be on the mound. If it's Darvish, that changes things a lot. We'll have to keep a very close eye on that, but right now I like the Padres at minus 135. Last but not least here, guys, we're looking at the Philadelphia Phillies going on the road to take on the San Francisco Giants. The Phillies come into this game fresh off of winning 2 out of 3 there against the Reds. Slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Phillies with us there yesterday. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Christopher Sanchez. He's 7-2 on the year, a 2.68 ERA, having another very good season. Hasn't given up more than 1 earned run in any of his last 3 starts or more than 2 in any of his last 5. He's cruising, guys. I don't need to dive too deep on this dude. He has been amazing, and I don't think he's going to have too much trouble with the Giants. The Phillies bullpen, on the other hand, has been pretty bad. A 4.32 bullpen ERA is not great. The offense, 3, 5, 6, 5, and 4 over their last few games is okay. Not necessarily what you would 100% expect from a team that's, supposed to be one of the top offenses in the majors. They're 11th in runs scored, 6th in batting average, 4th in on-base percentage. So they're not looking terrible here as they go up against the Giants, who come into this game fresh off winning 2 out of 3 against the Athletics with the bats really coming alive. They'll hand the ball here to Landon Roop, who's 6-5 on the year, a 3.48 ERA. His last start was very reasonable. Well, actually not that reasonable. 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against Arizona isn't great, but at least the Giants are 4-1 over his last 5 starts, and I would say 2 of those starts were amazing at least. The Giants bullpen, still great, still the best in the majors, no change there. The offense, 6, 7, 2, 7, and 6 over their last few would counts as hot hitting for sure for a team that's 18th in the majors in runs scored, 24th in batting average. So looking at the numbers here, the Phillies are minus 141 with Sanchez on the mound. The Giants are plus 120. We've got a total of 7 out there. The Phillies are 23-21 on the road, 28-15-1 to the under on the road. The Giants 25-17 at home, 25-17 to the under at home as well. I'm not interested in the total of 7 here. That seems a little bit low. I will take the Phillies though at minus 141. Seems like a pretty reasonable spot to me. It definitely goes on the list. Guys, that's all the games we have for today. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate, or if you were the winner of the giveaway, definitely let me know. I appreciate you all watching. Click the link in the description. Get over there to StompTheSpread.com. Check out those still somehow red hot premium picks. Definitely worth checking that out. Also, get on that free email list. It's free information straight to your inbox every single day. Guys, we will see you right back here tomorrow. Same time, same place for more sports betting action.